Hi everyone, my name is Jessica Jong. I'm from Canada and I currently live in Winnipeg, working with InterVarsity Canada's high school ministry. On the team, I play keyboard and I'm also a vocalist. So I grew to love musical worship, and it's just been a language for me to interact with God since I was young. I've always loved music since I was young. But especially worship in high school. I was on a worship team with my church from high school, and I've been leading worship for, I guess, over 10 years since. And mostly I've been leading worship with the Korean Christian community in Toronto. That's where I grew up. And I've just been learning and growing ever since. One of the things I'm excited about to share with the Asian and North American experience of worship is the history behind that, especially the immigrant history in Asian North American culture and how that has shaped our experience of worship and church. And even though we won't be singing songs written by Asian Americans, how we interact with those songs and how we worship with those songs has so much to do with our culture and our values in our culture as well. I think a common experience among Asian North Americans in worship that we share is even though the worship is really individual, it's also communal. And when we experience worship with another person, it's like a shared bond. It's like you know someone more deeply. And a common experience is when you go with your community on like a retreat, or you take some time away from your familiar surroundings in a church, and then there'll be like an overflow, like evening of worship where it just goes on for hours and hours, and there's so much freedom. You forget where you are, you forget like your surroundings, and you just go on and on. And there's such freedom and intimacy and vulnerability in that kind of worship setting. Our team's just been journeying through learning about different cultures' approach to worship and why that's important. We've been learning how each culture offers a unique gift to each other. And it's really fun to learn something new about a different culture, especially in the context of friendship and relationship. Because then you're not just learning a new style, but you're learning something about somebody else. And I've really enjoyed that, and I've especially enjoyed, in the journey of also started experiencing affirmation for my own culture, not just learning someone else's culture, but also putting words to my own experience in a way that I can celebrate it and then explain it to other people and invite them into it. And that has just been really helpful and also really fun.